The conflict is extremely complicated and warned it would be wrong to expect immediate breakthroughs. Peskov also said a proposed three-way summit between Presidents Vladimir Putin, Volodymyr Zelenskyy, and Donald Trump is unlikely to happen anytime soon. This comes amid continued escalations on the ground. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy has accused Russia of deliberately targeting civilians in a rocket strike that killed 3 people in the northeastern city of Sumy. He posted video of the aftermath and called for tougher Western sanctions, saying the attack says everything one needs to know about Russia's so-called desire to end this war. Meanwhile, Russia claimed its forces had captured another village near the border in Ukraine's Sumy region, and its former president Dmitry Medvedev made it clear Moscow is not seeking compromise in the ongoing negotiations. Medvedev also appeared to threaten retaliation over Ukraine drone attacks on Russian bomber bases, writing retribution is inevitable. Following the second round of talks, senior Ukrainian officials have arrived in Washington for high-level meetings with the U.S. officials, including members of President Trump's team, to discuss defense and economic support as well as push for further sanctions on Russia. Russian drones also struck multiple Ukrainian cities overnight. 1 person was killed in Kharkiv, 4 were hospitalized in Chernihiv, and residential buildings were damaged in Odessa, where no casualties were reported. The UN declares attackers on civilians near aid sites in Gaza a war crime. Spokesperson Jeremy Lawrence urges a prompt and impartial investigation. Dozens have been killed and injured near the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation site. The UN demands those responsible be held accountable under international law. Here's what Jeremy Lawrence had to say.
On distraught civilians trying to access the paltry amounts of food aid in Gaza are unconscionable. For a third day running, people were killed around an aid distribution site run by the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. This morning, we received information that dozens more people were killed and injured. There must be a prompt and impartial investigation into each of these attacks and those responsible held to account. Attacks directed against civilians constitute a grave breach of international law and a war crime.
This comes as the Israeli military says its troops fired at individuals half a kilometer from a US-backed aid distribution site in Gaza, claiming they posted a threat while moving towards the forces. This comes as Gaza's health ministry says at least 24 people were killed near the site. The incident is under investigation. Meanwhile, 3 Israeli soldiers were killed in intense clashes in northern Gaza. According to the Israeli military, Hamas fighters reportedly engaged troops in heavy gunfire in the area. In another development, 3 Palestinians have been reported killed and dozens were wounded near a US-backed aid distribution site in Gaza. According to local medics, the Israeli military acknowledged the incident, saying troops fired warning shots at individuals approaching their position about a kilometer from the site. The Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, which operates the center, denies that any casualties occurred at or near the facility. This comes just a day after a separate incident near the same site reportedly left at least 31 Palestinians dead.